yeses. This video is for me. I figured what I would do, because it's probably going to go private after this. It was really for people who just watched the previous live stream and want to actually get some real questions in for me, a good opportunity to do that, as well as I'm going to give a quick basic rundown of why I started my field and why I do the events that I do. Does that sound good to you guys? This is also Thanos. I love him. He's not the newest member of my family, though, because I also have Titan, who is a little tiny French bulldog who's absolutely amazing. Raymond S. Super Chat. You are awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So before you guys start asking big questions, I'm just going to answer a few tiny things. I'm going to give the quick rundown of how I started my field, which I often get asked. Then I'm going to answer two other primary questions. The rest, I'm going to let it come from you guys. Well, I will say this. My field is in Chesapeake, Virginia. So we're on the East Coast. We're right near Virginia Beach and Norfolk. And here's why I started it. So forgive me if I'm not responding to the, to the chat right this second. Long time ago, I was a young kid. My parents bought this land, 100 acres of land. And I was like 13. And my dad bought a bulldozer, and I just started clearing everything. And he let me clear where our house was, where the driveway was, pulling into the field, and all of that. And we started what's called a worm farm. So this the building that I'm in, the staging area for the barn and everything, was a worm farm, little worms. That's right. And we raised them, a certain species called Icenia fidetta. We raised them for their castings, their poop. So we were a worm poop farm, and we had this huge contract with this company that had 700 farmers in the US. Hello there. And oh, Lord, for 2 years we raised worms. And from floor to ceiling, this thing was packed with all of these bins with worms in them. After the 2 years was over, we were about to start shipping out all of these worms to these people that produced these castings for everyone else. And let me get a little song going again. Anywho, the CEO of that company basically faked his death, as to what, to my knowledge, took millions of dollars from that company and left the country. It was like something from a movie, right? They said our contract was voided with them, with my dad, and they went bankrupt. And then we went bankrupt, and we were about to lose the land. And my buddy was showing me his airsoft gun. He'd been trying to show me for a couple of years at that point. And he's like, please check out my airsoft gun. And I was like, those cheap clear plastic things from Walmart, that's so stupid. And he showed me his gun. It was a full metal Classic Army M4. And I was like, this is absolutely awesome. Maybe I should start an airsoft field. So I live on Ballahack Road. I notice you, Real Mop. I notice you. So I called it Ballahack Airsoft. And I went out and I drew a flyer. Like I drew this sniper in a ghillie suit, just like laying prone. And I was like, Ballahack Airsoft, we're starting 2007 in July. And I went to Kinko's. I printed up a bunch of copies. And I passed them out everywhere. To random places, like places that don't make sense. Super chat, Nuka-Cola dog, super sticker. Thank you. That's absolutely awesome. And a cute little dog thing. I guess anytime anyone super chats, I'll bring up Thanos for a little hello there. Thank you. Anyway, passed out all these flyers. First day we ever opened, we had 60 players out there. And I do have a Discord, but we'll talk about that in a moment. It was the first time I ever played airsoft, was at my own field, and I used a TSD L96 sniper rifle, and it shot amazing, and I love it, which is also why I love the new Novrich SSG 96, which I show in my next video. And let's see. Anyway, we started off from there. Took like over a year for the field to get legal, get insurance, business license, all that good stuff, get everything squared away. Started off free and then donations. And then I started building it from there. And at that moment, I told myself, I will never have a field team. That way there's no bias going on. I will never, oh my goodness, give me a second, David. I'll never have a field team. I will never be closed when it's rainy or anything like that, unless there's a hurricane. And I will always make sure that we're about the community and people having fun. That's basically the history of the start of my field. David Coach, if that's your name, you said, thinking about getting into Airsoft because of your videos and hopefully going to make it to your field. David, thank you. That's very encouraging. Thankfully, I actually hear that a lot. People who aren't necessarily into Airsoft are like, hey, I would love to get into Airsoft. And I think it's cool because you could almost say this. I'm not really that into Airsoft. As weird as that might sound, I'm into people and having fun. And I think that's why a lot of people like the Rev series, the Wild West series, the Zombie series is it's not an over-militarized thing per se. It's just playing a video game in real life. And that's literally what we do out here and what I try to do. Cody Powell, I wonder if you're the real Cody Powell that I know. I'd be very curious. Thank you, brother, for that sticker. But that's really encouraging to hear. I think it's very good for people to play Airsoft. That's one other thing I'll touch on real quick because of David. Airsoft is a really excellent stress relief. And it's a good distraction from regular life. It's a good way to just get out there, have fun, and kind of, you can't help but live in the moment and forget about all of your troubles because you're worried about people shooting you, if you guys get what I'm saying. Kenton Grayley, thank you so much for the cool little dancing. What is that, a pear? A something? That's pretty cool. Kenneth Hodgland, I had to send a super chat to give a shout out to that beautiful puppy dog, Thanos. That's you, brother. That's you. This guy saved my life, basically. Kenneth, thank you. I really appreciate it. So the next thing, I know I'm missing a lot of your questions, but I'm going to chill here for a little while. This is just for me and whoever's in this right now, and that's what I'm hoping to be able to answer some of your stuff. Kind of cover the field and how that works. And let me see what we've got going on here. I'm also super exhausted, so forgive me. Do you remember the pug guy's name? Oh, you keep asking me this. I do not remember the pug's name, but you've also reminded me, like months after the first time, please tell me the pug's name. Everyone watch the comments right now. We were chatting it up during the actual like Rev 10 series, I believe, during the live premieres. So let's see the pug's name. If it's even possible, because other people might spam, please don't spam some random names. I'll know the name when I know it. When's your next Rev? I have to answer that next, absolutely. I'm not seeing the pug's name. 5, 4, 3, 2, no more pug. Nathan Fishback. First off, super cool last name. Super awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You have no idea. More Rev Fertile Crescent, and then also when is the next actual Rev? So the next Rev Fertile Crescent, those videos take me about 35 to 40 hours to create. And a lot of people are like, why don't you just put them out raw? Because believe it or not, the raw content, which I think I'm going to put on all of my like Patreon, all the raw content doesn't necessarily make sense unless you take the time to edit it and voice over it and explain what's going on and give a little background to it. Now, it honestly might make sense to some of you hardcore Rev fans who are following it because you know how the game works and all of that kind of stuff. So my next video is about me getting plastered in the face and bleeding everywhere. And then after that, it is Thanos is drinking water very loudly. After that, it is Rev Fertile Crescent episode 4. First, Mr. Doge. Hope you're buying some Dogecoin, brother. Thank you. And then Jamie Cooley. You made our drive from Knoxville. Worth it for Fertile Crescent 5. I'll be back for the next one. Your whole family was amazing. Jamie, thank you so much. Fertile Crescent 5 was an absolute blast. I really would like to know if you were one of the people who made it through the actual portal. That was a really different one. Everyone comment below if you watched the Fertile Crescent 5 series And if just comment Ian if you have watched it and you know what we're talking about with the main objective in Fertile Crescent 5. What a blast. That was a really weird thing. And I got basically way too emotionally involved. It was definitely weird. Felt pretty cool. Thanos is making me have to pee. I feel you, bro. All right, Thanos, I told people. Come here, buddy. Thank you, Kenneth. You're absolutely okay. All of you guys have watched Ian. I mean, you're saying Ian. So you guys have watched Fertile Crescent 5. That is absolutely amazing. That's heartening. Oh, well, that's about we're still trying to get over there. Okay. Dumb flicks. Are y'all doing another Wild West event? I get asked this all the time. Now, listen, I am not an insane person. Like I'm not a dumb person. Of course I'm doing another Wild West. That was maybe my funnest event that I've ever actually played. Absolutely a blast. Of course we're doing another Wild West. That leads me into my next section. What have I had to do like in terms of COVID this year at the field? And let me tell you briefly, we canceled 9 of our major events last year. We were closed for a full almost 3 months. And we survived because we have an amazing community and they were supporting us at our stores. And I didn't have to let go of any employees. We are one of the lucky companies. So I canceled. Super chat. Nathan, I'll answer you in a second. I had to cancel. Let's see if I can get it right. I had to cancel Z4. Then I canceled Wild West 2. Then I had to cancel Fertile Crescent 6. Then I had to cancel 2 of my World Conflict events. This super cool event called Titan Prime, which is partially why my new dog, his brother, is named Titan. And then I canceled Z7 or whatever the next Z was. And then I canceled Rev 11. And it was very heartbreaking, but of course I'm going to do those events and we're going to do much more. And we might even start new fields so that we can do it in multiple states. Nathan Fishback, let me get to this real quick, everyone. I've watched all of your events. I'd love to participate someday. I'm held back by a lot of medical issues. I posted a video about it if you're curious. Nathan, I will check that out. I'm very sorry that you're held back. I believe that you're the one with the muscular thing, if I remember a comment that I read earlier. So I'm sorry about that. But I will say that Airsoft is a sport, especially depending on the field or the event you're going to, that people with different setbacks, medical issues, and even severe disabilities can partake in compared to most any sport. And that's one of the reasons why I love it. Wanted Alex, when's the next event and how do I get in? Okay. So what I'm doing in the meantime, because I can't do these massive events or the role play events. For example, Rev 11 that was canceled was going to have 900 and something players already registered for day 1. Some of you watching are probably still registered for the event. You decided to let your ticket roll over. I've had probably 500, 600 more people begging to register. So we're going to do it when we know we can open in a big way. But in the meantime, what we're doing is this fictional story, 250 limit person military styled events. The first one was called Selena Gambit. I have all the footage from it. I haven't had time to edit it yet. And I want to finish the Fertile Crescent series first. And we're going to start doing those every month, probably the 3rd weekend of the month. We just did one a couple weekends ago. It was an absolute blast. And it was really cool. It's a much bigger step above regular gameplay. And it's a $45 admission. There's raffles, patches, and it's a lot of fun. So that's what we're doing currently. The cool roleplay events, I have no specific dates yet because I want to make sure we can do them in full force. Miles Morford, keep up the good work. Also, what are your thoughts on the SSG 96? I absolutely have enjoyed mine. In the next video that I'm going to put out where I got plastered in the face with an illegal shot, and that's okay. I had issues with the magazine at first. I feel like it was a QC problem, and I'm just straight up saying that because I think it was weird, but it could have been because I had a leaf wrap around the gun and I was shoving the mag in with the leaf wrap and it caused something to shift. So it was very frustrating, but I show you all that in the video. Otherwise, I was getting out to 350 feet with this thing, stock rifle, and I personally absolutely love it because, like I said earlier, I started my field using only a TSD L96. I'm obsessed with the L96. It's all I used for almost 3 years. It took me 2 years before I started using an AEG in any real capacity. And the SSG 96 is finally an excellent stock L96. Absolutely worth it. I had issues with mine, and you'll be able to see that in greater detail. Cody Powell, you're just awesome. Great people and field. Keep the stickers going. You're very cool. Thank you so much. Nathan Fishback. It's a very bad migraine. Oh, sorry. Migraine condition. I've got one really bad even right now. Well, Nathan, I'm very sorry about that. And I personally don't know how to help you with that. However, at my field, we do sporadic gameplay, so you can go out for short periods of time. We have people who play who are prone to seizures, or people who have all kinds of issues where they can only play for a very short period of time. One of our players out here, who I love greatly, is going through very heavy chemotherapy, and he can only kind of do it in small spurts, even though he's like the toughest dude I know. So he powers through it even more. And the gameplay accommodates that. He can go out, he can get some gameplay, and then we if we have to, can remove him from the field and help him out in that way, just to get some gameplay in. I'm telling you, for some people, airsoft gameplay and the stress relief it is, and the peace it gives them it's kind of like their life in a way. It's their escape. And I'm honored that we have a facility that can give that to people. Kane Beretta, or Kanye. Wow. I should know that name. Kanye Beretta was super hyped to go to Rev 11. 2 tickets and 1 cancel, but both did. But are normal beer caps okay for Rev? Have tons. So that's a good question. So after Rev 3, people started bringing, and thank you so much for the chat. People started bringing their own bottle caps, like trash bags worth of bottle caps. So what we had to do was we started buying custom bottle caps every year for each event and switching up the colors. Now I make them super crazy custom, actual like custom detailed ones instead of just custom blank bottle caps for the event. So everyone gets issued a certain amount at the beginning, a very small amount, but enough to where if you're in a group of people, you might be able to put together and buy like a stem pack or something like that. Otherwise, you need to fight for it, loot for it, steal from people, all that good stuff. Regular bottle caps, anything, any tradable item in a Rev game is pretty much good to go for people. But it won't necessarily mean anything to a role player. Role players are the most powerful characters because they're invincible and they cannot get killed. And if you get on their bad side, they're not going to work with you. If you watch my events, I try to be really, really cool with them and kind of suck up to them a lot and kiss the ground they walk on sometimes, because that's how you might get a certain objective or something like that. Some of them will not trade regular bottle caps. So you may bring them, but they might not be of any value, and it might be greatly inflated. Kenneth Hodgland, how do you feel about retired Marines with an itchy trigger finger? Haha. That's a weird question, but I will say this, that our field, Hampton Roads, we're in the most military populated area in the United States. We have 33 bases within an hour and a half from us. We have a huge military crowd, and they are awesome people. They have extreme control when out in gameplay, and they can control their language, their voice, and everything. So anyone that has any problems, there's no excuse whether they served or not. And in my opinion, people who have served are generally more competent airsoft players. But airsoft, airsoft has nothing to do with military experience other than where tactics kind of fold over, or command, leadership, and control, at which point people who know how to show control will show even more control in an airsoft game, regardless of what's going on. Bradley Glaves, how do you feel about the CZ-P09 with the fact you can use gas and CO2 in the same pistol and don't need to pay for two? Easy answer. One, the P09, I love it. I love this gun. So literally, here's two of the P09s. I love them. Now, curious, CO2, also green gas, because they can take both. Validate your point. I love CO2 over anything, strictly because it works better in the cold, packs a better punch, in my opinion, and I just genuinely love that. So just keep that in mind. I also have the SPO1s in multiple versions because ASG makes a really good pistol. Thank you, Bradley. I hope that answers your question. Noob Master 69 Airsoft. What are the storylines for the current events you hold? Are they 2 days long? If I bring a LARPing sword, can I use them with a shield? These are not those kinds of events. These are only 1 day events. However, we run them on Saturdays, Sundays, regular gameplay, and you'll have a blast with that. But no, these are not melee styled events. These are just the fun, regular, like military styled stuff. Let me catch up on these. Love your Airsoft Field, bro. I hope to get back there soon. God bless, sir. God bless you too. Back 40 Forge, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you. Kenneth Hodgland, thank you very much for everything. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Matthew Muller, thank you. Okay, that's awesome. I really am appreciating the super chats. I want to get to other people too, but I got to recognize these people when doing this. I never really live stream because last few times I did, it destroyed my algorithm, and I was like, you know what? Screw that. I don't care. I want to be able to talk to like my people in this capacity. And this, hey, stop scaring me. It's kind of scary out here in the middle of the swamp with no one around. Gabreek, Tank Breaker. Hope you're breaking some tanks, brother. Hey, man, love your video. You're awesome. And is that a minigun back there? The answer is this is a micro gun. So everyone's like, oh, it's the minigun. It's a $5,000. What? This is about a $560 micro gun. It takes the BBs up here, holds about 3,000 rounds, has a little battery here, and then you can hook it up to HPA. And green gas bottles, you can literally stick right in here, so you have a whole independent system, which is super cool. It has battery in it, so it spins. And while I'm doing that, it also means it's feeding BBs. Oh, it was. I'm out of BBs. That's right. It would normally pour out a bunch of BBs at that point. So, do I like Rev? So anyway, thank you, brother. Do I like Rev 9 or Rev 10 better? I really enjoyed Rev 9. Rev 10 is more the direction of where I want to grow the events. Rev 11 was going to be 5 times better than Rev 10. So I'm going to have to say Rev 10 on that one. And the Fertile Crescent 5 was awesome. What happens with the rest of Fertile Crescent 4 is also awesome. But that's because day 2 is way better than day 1. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Peter, SRT4. Love your videos. We'll definitely come check out the field this year. Can't wait. That's awesome. I can't wait to have new people out, and we're having that about every weekend. We're having 300 to 400 players every weekend, and we're just so lucky because the field is not that amazing. It's the players, it's the community. I mean, we're surrounded by a bunch of swamp. We have a pretty decent town, but we're a linear field because of all the water. And if you're not willing to get wet, it creates a lot of bottlenecky situations, hence the swamp, hence Swampsniper. Yeah. It's just awesome having new people out. Benjamin Pickens. Wait, I missed someone. No, I didn't. Benjamin Pickens. Love you, Christopher. I love you too. And I love me. Kenneth Hodgland. Swamp Sniper versus Silo Sniper game. Oof. That'd be cool. I would love to. I plan on inviting Silo to one of the events out here once we can get full ripping at events again, because I don't really want to, like, I've had Navrich out here, I've had House Gamers, I've had Jet, I've had Leah, I've had some other people out here, and they're all awesome. It makes more sense to me if I'm going to host someone at the field for it to be a special event and something cool and something unique that they can show off, because regular gameplay is just regular gameplay in my opinion. So that'd be great to have Silo out here. I'm sure that we can make that happen. Call sign Northerner. Hey Swamp, I was supposed to go to the Rev 11, but yes, I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, can you post info about the next couple events that you were talking about? Also, this is literally my Airsoft call sign. Okay, call sign Northerner. We're going to be, the next one's supposed to be on the 20th of this month. They're very short order because 250 players fills out here very quickly, especially because people are starving for different kinds of events. So that's something to keep in mind. But the first one's called Selena Gambit. It takes place in a fictional North American country in which this global energy company had a contract with them, and they were basically mooching off of them for their gas resources, natural gas. There was a new president in the country because the father died, and then the son took over, and then he said, forget these guys. We don't want them, bleeding our money dry and stealing all of our gas. The contractor company said, no, we're going to hold on to our resources, and threatened military action. And then we had a whole big fight. And what's interesting is after a couple of weeks ago, the contracting company actually won the event. And the story's going to continue from there. So it's the Selenian government versus Clear Sky International. And we'll see where the fight goes, because these people are in someone else's country, but they're protecting their own resources. So it's a pretty interesting story, in my opinion. And it's a fun, good, hybrid between regular gameplay and milsim that anyone can play, as long as you have the right kit and follow the right rules and everything. Bradley Glaves, have you used a G&G PDW 15 assault rifle? It's my personal favorite airsoft gun. Personally, if so, what are your thoughts? You know what? I don't think I have specifically used one. Now, I've used many different G&G guns. I've used some of their guns when they were just concepts as well. And 90% of all G&G guns I really love. I love them. And some of the new PDWs, which G&G is not alone in that. I mean, it was all the rage like a year and a half ago. Everyone came out with their small personal defense weapon systems. And they've all been pretty great, and I have nothing bad to say about any of them. But I have not used that, so I cannot speak on that. That's cool that you have that, and I hope that you enjoy it, because most G&Gs will really last. I've had some issues with some of the new concept stuff. Some of the G2 lines were frustrating for me, and I had issues with. But once they went into production, there weren't any issues. I just still didn't do videos on them, because generally, if I try to do a video on a gun and it's not working out, I'm not that interested in that gun even anymore. Even though their higher caliber DMRs look really cool and now perform well. So I will say that. I saw someone else's cool thing. What was it? Where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna get a little music going again. Same old song. I don't know how long I want to keep this rolling. I'm gonna keep it rolling as long as you guys are cool with it. It's Lexi. Hey Chris, what is the best AR platform rifle in your opinion? Thanks. Okay, so people are always like, oh, I hate Navrich because he's, very popular. He has pushed himself to create really, really good guns. No, it's not brand new and revolutionary. But honestly, the SSR-15 that I have right here, I'm just going to get it so that you know. SSR-15 is a rock solid blaster. It really is. And I don't even sell them. So it's not like there's any reason for me to push this to you. The Gate Titan that it has in it is amazing. What it is he was like, I'm going to take a really good combination of all the best parts and throw them together. And everyone's like, you could do it for so much cheaper. And honestly, please show me. That's what I say about all of his rifles. So this is a rock solid gun. Next in line for me is any of the Elite Force Avalon series. Now, Crytek's rock solid guns. The Avalons have, in just at least around here and in my field and stuff, Avalons have surpassed them in terms of popularity, just because of the different body types and everything. And they're really good. But the Avalons hate getting wet. Like you play in the rain with an Avalon, it's not really going to like it. Crytek's have held up a little better in the rain. But yeah, Crytek's, any of the VFC Avalons, VFC makes all kinds of guns as well that are really rock solid. I hope that answers your question. Avalon SSR-15 for an AR platform, I think are really good. New Master 69. How do I pre-order tickets for events in June? So right now, we only have a few weeks out on our website in terms of, like, say, pre-ordering for regular gameplay at Ballahack. When larger events come out, we put them out as far ahead of time as possible. Normally, you have over a year to register for an event. That's what we shoot for. But due to COVID, we were like, oh, we had to cancel this, cancel that, because of the player number restrictions and everything, or we would legally get shut down and all this stuff. So there's no set answer. Everyone's like, when is Rev 11? The answer is as soon as we can do it and do it right. We've already invested a lot of money into it. We've built a new parking lot as well. We have all these cool props. We have so many cool things for it and some cool surprises. And as soon as I know I can do it right, and people can have the proper experience, which personally I cannot wait to play that event, we're going to do it. And ideally, I'd like to do it when we can do it with like 1,500 people, because there's probably 3,000 people trying to come for each day. And I know we'll disappoint some, but when we do it, it'll be awesome. Goldfish 101, I notice you. I see you. You are not alone. So don't worry. I see you. VFC Avalon, Caliber Carbine, or Crytek Trident. Again, they're both good. But I'm going to say the Avalon. Forgive me if Tim is on here from Chris or anything like that. I'm sorry, brother. But I'm just gonna say the Avalon if you're trying to choose that there. Have you ever used a P09 pistol? Have I ever used a P09 pistol? Yes, I have. I love them. They're very good guns. I literally sell ones where I've signed it and I give you an extra mag and I give you BBs and a patch or 2 patches and you save like $35 or something. So you can find that on Ballahack Airsoft, unless it's currently out of stock, which I don't know if it is. My sniper rifles are though. So, and they're pretty cool. But yeah, P09s are absolutely awesome. What scope do you have on your SSR-15? Very good question. Very good question. This is my favorite, most universal scope. This is the Trinity Force Assault Scope. And it's super universal. It can literally go from 0. I wish I could show you. Let's see. Can we do this? 0 magnification. There's nothing to reference. All right, whatever. 0 magnification to 4 times magnification. Now, when I'm sniping, 4 times magnification is like my minimum for like, hey, this is good. Anything over 6 times is too much, in my opinion. So this bad boy, you can throw it on. Gosh, I've thrown it on some really small guns. Or you just throw it on a regular AR platform. Works great for both eyes. And it also works for DMRs or longer range guns. But the Trinity Force Assault Scope is like the hotness, in my opinion. Also, literally has 2 different colored, like lit up reticles, and it's cool. If you get what I'm saying. Matt 44991, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Hey, do you have a Discord? Can I join it? All right, everyone just hold off on the comments for a second while I explain what happened. A week ago, I released the last episode of Rev. And I'm like, man, I should definitely create a Discord. God, my eyes are burning in here. I should definitely create a Discord. And I wasn't really thinking, because it would just create this just like massive blurb of people, and there would be cancerous and toxic people in there and all that kind of stuff. So I put up the link really briefly. 90 people joined, and I was like, oh, this is great. And I talked to everyone for a couple hours in there after like cutting off all the invite links and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire someone to create a proper Discord, really set it up, and make sure I have a couple moderators that I can trust, so it's a good environment for people. If you follow my stuff, it's generally wholesome. That's what I try to do. I don't think there's any point in people being negative or attacking each other or anything, and I don't want that to happen. So I am going to create that properly, and you guys will be able to join. I can't give you an actual date on that, so just please keep that in mind. Can I make a real gun video with you? If I can get into my data, blah, 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 blah. Real gun videos do not work out for me. YouTube even flags most of my airsoft gun review videos, just because it shows a gun in it a lot, as firearms manufacturing. I don't care that they get demonetized, because like a bunch of my videos have been demonetized, and they don't make that much money unless it's like, boom, you know, something with like 1.5 million or 2 million views or something like that. But I do care because no one sees them. It actually limits how many people could see them when it's a real gun, at least with my channel. And it's frustrating. So I'm not really doing real gun videos. New Master 69. Again, I come from Pennsylvania. I'd like to go to Selena Gambit, but I need to make plans for the weekend ahead of time. Is there any way to secure 1 or 2 tickets for June? No, there's not. There's not as of right now, because it will come out as it comes out. But I will say the last one took like 4 days basically to fill. So if you're watching any of my stuff or Ballahack or anything, you will have an ample opportunity to make sure that you can register and get in there. I wish I could give you a better answer on that, but honestly, we don't know how restrictions will change. So we're only putting them a few weeks out, if you guys get what I'm saying. There's a lot of people commenting a lot of stuff here. Let's just listen to some non-copywritten music that is nothing like what I would listen to if I had a choice. Wait, why did it stop? They got me. Are you on Instagram? Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I am the Swampsniper on Instagram. I also started a Twitch, but I haven't used it yet. Fun story about that, but you guys have all these questions, so I don't want to just tell a story. Big fan. Would love to talk to you personally. Hydra Games, super cool. Maybe we can make that happen. What would you trade out of anything in the world for a bag of beef jerky? It really depends on how big the bag is. Like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking like Target bag? Are we talking like trash bag? And if we're talking about trash bag, are we talking about like a black trash bag, you know, or one of the small clear ones? It really depends. So I can't honestly answer you there. I want to read these. If I do live streams in the future, which I should because I'm enjoying it, I think it's going to tank like it did last time, but I really don't care about that. Like, I'm really thankful for the opportunity that all of you guys are in here right now and we're talking. Can I get a pog, please? There, that's all you got. How do you become a mod in your Discord server? I'm not like accepting mods right now or anything. I'm just going to figure out the basics of what I want it to look like. And I'll probably put that out if I'm going to have different people be mods. But I really want to make sure that I kind of catch up with everyone personally that's going to be doing that and kind of representing what we've got. I'm not really obsessed with beef jerky. It's just something, it's like my Rev character is obsessed with beef jerky. And I feel like beef jerky is relatively expensive. So when you go into an airsoft game and you can get beef jerky for free, right? Or for just some bottle caps, I view that as the most stable, like rock solid item. And it's just kind of become a meme. In my opinion. Benjamin Pickens. Will you do another year free? Saved like $500. I really wish I understood what you're talking about. Another year free. Saved $500. Another year free. Can try to comment more on what you're talking. Will I do another year free? Will I live for free? I don't know what you're talking about. So please forgive me. Save the Y-Wing. Give it to Vanny. His name's Vinny. Oh, your pug's name is Sherman. Finally, we got it. Bing, bing, bing. When I do real live streams, I'm going to have like multiple cameras and all the sound effects and stuff. But I was like, I'm just going to do a chill one. See if I can answer some questions. And this is just awesome. Got like 400 of you in here. You guys are super cool. I really appreciate it. Wish it was slower so that I can answer more of the questions. Is it kind of like LARP? Airsoft is LARP, live action role playing in general. Even if you're just doing force on force combat, whatever. In my opinion, airsofting is LARPing. It just, it depends on like what level you're doing. So Rev is obviously like more nerdy LARP in a way. Whereas like playing Milsim West is more, it's also nerdy LARP. If you really think about it, especially if you're not some operator, you're pretending to be, but that's cool. And it's fun. You're suspending reality. You're putting yourself in like an environment that you wouldn't normally be in. And like playing a video game in real life, you're immersing yourself into it. And it's super fun. Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me. And you said, oh, I got you. It will take me like, I don't know, 15 seconds. Spam Thanos. There we go. Oh, it's happening. You guys are great. You guys are the best. You guys just participated in the best thing that's ever happened. This is in honor of you, Traffic Cone. It's not the video thing, but I just, I feel you, brother. I feel you. And I'm going to leave that right. I can't really leave it right there. It's kind of falling off the edge. Also, I'm getting a phone call. Not going to do that with you guys. Maybe the world's on fire. I don't know. Where can I fill out an application to work for Ballahack? Our applications for Ballahack Airsoft, Earth Water, keep that in mind. Moderators and everything like that. So if that answers your question, just keep that in mind. These songs are kind of pathetic. Your opinion, what's the best sniper under $200? Oof. That's a good question. It's a difficult question. I mean, back in the day, I really enjoyed the classic Army LTR, which was within that price range. That was a good gun. Some of the well guns are really hit or miss, like the MBO6, the MBO11, and I've had too many issues with a couple of them that I don't really push them. But I might be out to date on that and need to give them a shot. Depending on who's manufacturing them now. Above that would be the new ASG rifle, the new T11 that I just reviewed. It's a good gun, rock solid body. It shoots well. I wish that they've upgraded the internals to where it could take a heavier spring. I just wish they put a heavier spring in it, but that's $220. But it's still a good gun. The strikers, like the Amoeba strikers or the Elite Force ones, also close to that price range. Really good ergonomics on the gun, but they have a short pull on them. It's like a half pull. So the spring will always be limited in a way. So I got really excited about the CO2 bolts that would come out for them. But supposedly their FPS, their velocity shoots all over the place and it's inconsistent right now. So until that technology is kind of settled out, I'm not crazy about the striker unless you're playing it like closer range or a more urban environment, amazing ergonomics, great rifle. Otherwise, you got like the $80 sport line. The M40 Pro line, it's way more expensive. And in my opinion, not really worth it. That's all I've got for you there. I'm sorry. I hope that answered something. Love the Lego destruction video, bro. What'd you think of the Swampsniper cartoon? Oh, Cousin Yuri. Oh my gosh. Okay. We could do this. Cousin Yuri, you're awesome. You're awesome. I'm just gonna, I guess, share it on my phone real quick. I know it's really cheesy because I don't have my like legit live stream stuff set up yet, but I will show you in case you guys haven't seen, because I haven't put it in a video yet, even though you said I could. Stand by. Cousin Yuri. I really like that, Yuri. I really like that platform, by the way. I mean, obviously, I've watched a bunch of your videos and stuff, and it's great. But there's so many airsoft YouTubers now, and doing the animation stuff, doing the cartoons, and kind of picking and pulling what's already out there, but also doing your own thing, like the affordable Russian loadout and stuff. Really great. You've got a really good thing going, and I think that's awesome. Cousin Swamp. This is the most out of date way to show this, but I just want you guys to. Where's your field? Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm just going to show this for Cousin Yuri's sake. First off, how is my microphone? I'm using this thing. I'm using this, and I'm pretty sure it might be a little wild right now. But again, that's why this was a chill hangout. So I'm going to wait and watch while you guys tell me how the microphone is. Okay, pistol for under $100. That's you just go with Elite Force 1911. You can get it for $100. Sometimes you can get it for $90. Gold standard. Just do it. Even though it's a standard, it won't come with the tack rail. It's pretty good. It's perfect. Oh, and it's not bad. I'm glad no one's saying my ears are bleeding because I really didn't set up anything on this. This is how I record. I'm like, Swampsniper here. Today, we're playing a real life. Speaking of which, you probably won't be able to hear this well. I really should just set it up to just check this out. Cousin Yuri.
Swampsniper.
Oh, you can't see it.
Bringing you Revelation 69 at Ballahack Airsoft, an open-world post-apocalyptic game scenario where you get to choose the role that you want to. Hey, Swampsniper. Oh! Where was I? An open-world airsoft game where you get to choose the role that you want to play. Oh, hey, Swampsniper. Oh!
Can you guys hear it?
A role that you want to play, and you determine what the. Oh! An open-world airsoft.
He calls this basically every Swampsniper video.
Decide what role you want to. Is that the Swampsniper? Huh? Oh! An open-world airsoft game where you get to decide what role you want to. Swampsniper, I got something for you. Okay, that's it. Next!
Oh, it gets me. That just, oh my gosh, that just gets me. So check out Cousin Yuri. Go to my community tab. I posted the video in there. Before I miss it, Rocky B Production, Swampsniper own a video production company called Solar Bear. And I'd love to help out with any editing visual effects for your videos. Let's hook up on a PM or something. Right now, I'm still just doing it's just my own little side thing. But I really want to step it up a notch in many ways. So Rocky B Production. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook and we can get up and talk. I really appreciate the offer. That's awesome. Also, got another one from Nathan Fishback. Man, you're awesome. Have you seen the mini tanks with the paintball guns on them? I think that'd be great for a World War II event. Revive the tank with rare items. It's like a stem. This is a mini this mini 24-volt tank back there that fires like projectiles out of it, and I'm mounting. I'm going to mount like an M1919 on it, and I want to make my own miniature version with like younger kids because they're small vehicles and I'm a large guy, where I recreate the Tiger tank scene from Fury, and I have like 3 U.S. tanks and 1 German tank, and it'll be absolutely crazy. But currently, no, we're not really doing vehicles at events other than our new like Polaris Ranger. We do like helo drop-offs and stuff like that on the field. But yeah, tanks are cool, even if they're not like real ones. I'm going to check out the paintball ones that you're talking about and see what's going on there. The Cybergun M1A1 Thompson. I have used one. It's a good gun. Cybergun is like super hit or miss. Thompson, heck yeah, brother. It's a fun gun. It's a great gun. Some of those like older replicas and stuff, they can be hit or miss. Traffic cone, middle name John. Setting this down for a second, but it's super cool. Why are Avalons sold out everywhere? Well, we shouldn't be sold out right now because I just called my store like a couple hours ago when I was finishing that video, and I was like, "Yo, do we still have this Avalon in stock? Pull one for the giveaway." And so I pulled one for the giveaway for the guy that won the giveaway, which means we still have more in stock there. Now, we might actually just be keeping it in stock in the store instead of online, but Avalons are super popular. Everyone's sold out pretty much during the holiday season of almost everything. Airsoft brands and companies, some of them have been breaking their record by 2.5 or 3 times over what they've ever sold during this time. Airsoft is about to have a massive surge in it with the amount of people that are getting into the sport. So it's pretty crazy. Timothy Becker, important question. Starter airsoft gun. People may have their opinions, but the G&G combat machine, I have bought thousands of guns because I have a store and a field and all that kind of stuff. But I bought 60 to 70 rental guns at a time, and I've done ones from Classic Army, and I did the Spartan brand. I did KWA, CQRs. I mean, whole sets of tons of these guns. And I keep going back to the G&G combat machine because it keeps working. And here's why it's a great gun to start off with. It's affordable. I mean, you can get them within the $150 range to the $200 range. It keeps shooting. It's easily upgradable. Some of their bodies are really great. Some of them are pretty cheap, but it's just going to keep rocking and rolling for you. And what you do as an intro airsoft player is you get that gun, you use it, you're on par with most of the players at the field. You're not using a sniper rifle at first if you want to get into sniping because it might be a lot different than you think. You should understand what it's like to be a regular player, regular infantryman, if you will. And then once you really get into airsoft, then you upgrade to something like one of the higher end G&Gs or a Crytek or an Avalon or a myriad of guns, or you branch away from the M4 platform. But everyone should start with the M4 platform. Parts are easy, gearboxes, all that good stuff, the consistency, and mainly the magazines, and you can share the mags with other players and all that good stuff. So G&G combat machine, and then it becomes your backup gun because your nice fancy gun breaks on you one day, which will ruin your entire day of airsoft or your entire weekend, depending on what you're doing. And then suddenly you've got your backup to go to. It's still going to rock and roll. Might not shoot as perfect or as far as a Crytek or an Avalon. But I will suggest that to everyone. Get a G&G combat machine. Just go for it. The Raider 2.0s are pretty great. And that's what I'm saying. We do rent out guns at our field. We rent G&G combat machines at our field. A myriad of them. Some of them are Raider 2.0s. So our rental package is $30. It comes with whatever eye or face protection you need, depending on your age. Comes with a dead rag. Comes with a high capacity magazine. One of those guns. We keep the battery up all day, which it should last you all day, and all that. And then we offer a different package. We get a plate carrier, extra mags, and other stuff like that. But the basic thing is $30. And yeah, we have about 80 to 90 rental guns that we rent out. On a normal day, we maybe only rent like 40 of those, and the other like couple hundred people have their own guns. But if ever we run out, we always open new guns because we have a pro shop at the field. Andy DeZialo. Giziello. It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Andy. I hope that it's good, and I hope that it's awesome. Can you give me an airsoft gun? I cannot give you one right now. I'm sorry, Cameron. I can't give away any airsoft guns right now, except for I do the giveaways. And those are really all random. Do you know about... Oh, no. Okay. Hello. Let me do that generic song I started with. So many questions. There's so many cool things I could be doing right now, but I just want it to be a cool chat. My field is in Chesapeake, Virginia. It is Ballahack Airsoft Field. We are in the middle of the Great Dismal Swamp, one of the most unique swamps in North America, and it's really cool. Alex Steady, what is the best wholesale distributor for an Army supply store in Lynchburg, Virginia, wanting to carry airsoft guns? Oh, okay. I mean, the absolute musts are G&G and Elite Force. Like, if you want to get in, you contact their sales departments and get in there. G&G has a lot of the more affordable guns and then a wide range of everything. They have BBs. They have so many things. Elite Force, very similar thing. Now, if you said you're in the Lynchburg area, another good one would be Falcon. Now, Falcon's mainly a paintball company, but their airsoft branch has exploded over the past few years. They sell BBs. Shipping is affordable because they're right here on the East Coast. We sell tons of their batteries, all kinds of things. iPro, everything like that. But I would say, G&G, Falcon, Elite Force, start with those, and then you can branch to other companies. If that answers your question, I hope it did. I hear you, Cameron. It's okay. It is okay. Very cool. Thanos, give me a hug. Come here. Come on. Oh, I love you. Just had to get a little love from Thanos boy. All-day play standard admission at Ballahack Airsoft Field is $30. And the way that we design it is pretty much you get like a full 5.5 hours of gameplay because we keep breaks short in between games. We start off with small warm-up games. We play about 3 or 4 of those, take a 15-minute break. Then we do a larger game that's like an hour-long attack and defend. Take a break, larger scenario. Take a lunch break at that point or before that, which is like a 45-minute break. So we pack in a lot of gameplay and action. Hey, Rhea Ratton, that's my girl. That's my girl. Where is Titan? Don't even. Titan's at home with you. Can I use a rocket launcher? Yes, you can, but you can't use one with pyro like the tag rounds because we're currently not allowed to use pyro. I'm so happy you said my name. It's better than getting an airsoft gun. Cameron, you're awesome. I wish I could just give you an airsoft gun right now, but I cannot. Forgive me. Yeah, I mean, we get certain we carry UK arms. So we get different UK arms, guns, and everything. Our website has a fair amount of guns on it. Obviously, it's no evic, but it has been cleaned out, and we do try to keep much of our inventory for locals who are coming out to our field. So whatever's on our website is what we have available, and we'll keep restocking it. We've got a lot coming in. Could you answer me so we could please set up that conversation? There's a lot of things going on, so make sure that you message my Instagram or my Facebook so I can fully know what's going on. Well, we see new additions to the field. So about a month ago, I added 8 more connexes to the field, shifted around some existing ones, and now I have 7 more that need to be added. But it's been so wet the past few weeks that I haven't been able to add them. So I'm adding those 15 connexes to the field. Then I'm going to start connecting some of them. Some of them are being stacked on each other. We're going to do a lot of torching and welding and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to start detailing the town in different areas on the field. So if that answers your question, Ballahack is going to grow like exponentially in a very good way. And I'm very, very thankful for that and the people who make that happen. Hydra, cool, do that thing. Someone else had said something. What's my favorite sniper rifle? I have a lot of guns. I'm going to do a video called like the worst airsoft hoarder, which I know people have more guns than me, but I was like, man, I have a lot of guns in this room. And then I was like, let me count them. And just the ones that I could see, I have 58 of them, which I was like, oh, that's not good. So I have a lot of guns that I like. I really do like the performance of the SSG 10. Right now, my favorite's the SSG 96 because I started with the L96. It's a great performing one. I mean, maybe I would say that if it was a different brand, but it was still an L96 that shot well. But I don't know of any stock L96 that shoots as good as the SSG 96. So therefore, that's kind of my favorite. I love the Nemesis Arms Vanquish. I love the PSG 1. I have an original, like old school Tokyo Marui. I got this PSG 1 right here with a gorgeous wooden grip that I absolutely love. And it's a cool gun. It's an AG though, and everything that's Tokyo Marui is going to shoot about 5 feet per second at you until you upgrade them. They're very low velocity, primarily because of all the specs in Japan and their gameplay. Everything's basically got to shoot below 1 joule. So it's quite interesting. People bayonets on their guns. You could have a plastic bayonet on your gun, but you're not allowed to use it. I don't allow melee. I made a whole video on that. I don't allow melee unless it's in a very specific and controlled environment. Thank you for all the great content you've produced over the years. Thank you so much. This has, again, been like a side project. I know people are frustrated that I can't put out more. It's my real passion is to be able to make videos and make content. And I have a platform where I can do that while focusing on the field and my business, and it symbiotically works. But I really just want to step it up and be able to create things that I really want to create, some of which I do. Half of the videos I make are ones that I'm like, I feel good about this. I'm telling a story. It's entertaining. It's interesting. And I'm capturing memories that I've had, and I enjoy being able to go back and watch them. 6 hour 229 to train with. What's this guy? What is this guy? This is a SIG 229. You want to know who makes it? SIG. So about a year and a half ago, SIG came out with their own training line. And they don't even call it an airsoft gun. They're like, this is, I forgot what series they call it, but it's the SIG something series. Because they're like, we believe in the quality so much. So I have this 229. It's awesome. It's great. And I currently don't have any SIGs in stock. I know that you can get them from EVIC, especially because SIG just did a deal with EVIC to where they are the sole distributor of them. So a company like mine would have to work with EVIC, which we do with certain brands, to wholesale directly through EVIC, and then we get the guns from them. Crytek is actually the same thing. Anyone that buys Crytek now has to buy it from EVIC. So I would get it from EVIC. But yeah, the 229 is great. This is a green gas version. I wish it was CO2. I also have the M17. I have one of the original M17s. SIG contacted me and sent it to me, and they were like, check this gun out, do a review. And I was like, this is so cool. Gotta show you it. So I'm like, oh, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Let's rock and roll. And it shoots like 20 FPS too hot for my field. So it shoots around 420 FPS for the first 5 to 6 rounds. Then it starts dropping down. So I legally couldn't use it. So SIG finally realized, we were like, yo, you need to lower the FPS. So they changed out all the seals in them to make them shoot within legal field limits. Because otherwise, fields wouldn't buy them. They might have some people that would purchase them for training. So SIG, you get them from SIG themselves. They're awesome. The other ones have been generally phased out. Just like Glocks. You can't legally get a Glock in the U.S. unless you get one from Elite Force, who has the sole licensing for the real Glocks. So there you go. No, you cannot do any melee kills. I know you really want to use your bayonet, but we just don't allow melee kills. Airsoft's for shooting, unless you're in the blood pit arena, brother. What are the rules at your field? Oh, okay. I'm going to have to just post a link to the field because that is a 5-hour discussion. So let me post a link to the field, and that will answer your questions. If you go to rules and regulations, here's the link. Go to the link. Age limit at the field is ages 10 and up. Australia. Oh, you're awesome. Dr. Snowy, I'm sorry that you can't play Airsoft there. But I do hear you have gel ball, and I wonder if you guys actually play that. Shields are not allowed at Ballahack unless it's special gameplay, or we figure out that there's an equal number of them, of players that want to do it, and we'll incorporate maybe some small games with it. But in general, no, shields are not allowed. What's my take on pineapple at pizza? Finally, a legitimate question here. Pineapple on pizza. I used to think it was terrible. I used to think like Hawaiian pizzas were terrible. But every time I've been like, oh, it's Hawaiian. And I grab it and I take a bite and I bite that pineapple. I'm like, this works. This is something that I can live with. This is something that I can die knowing that I've had, and I agree that it's okay. So some people freaks them out. Used to, for me too. Not trying to be a hypocrite. Can I tell Thanos that you said hi? Thanos! Come here, boy. Thanos is dead. Thanos almost died. A couple months, Thanos got bit by a snake, not 60 feet outside of this wall. He got bit by a copperhead. He came stumbling into the room. I posted a video about it on my Instagram and stuff. Comes stumbling in the room, and he's like all exhausted, and I can just see it in his eyes. Come here, buddy. Come here. Tell him about how you almost died and why I don't let you out here anymore. Comes stumbling in the room, and then on his back leg, I see this like knot the size of a baseball. And I've had a dog that was bit by a snake in the past before. 2 dogs, like a long time ago. So it's not like I let that happen. That sounds really bad. And I was like, oh, yep, snake bite. I got to go. So I grabbed him. I was kind of freaking out and panicking because he is like he is so much to me. It's not even funny. And he needed anti-venom and a transfusion. And it was expensive. And they saved his life. So I'm very thankful. So now he's back to normal. The little guy's not going to die by a snake bite anymore, which is great. How has COVID affected my business? I've had to close staging. We've adjusted rules to where it's a non-contact sport, and I had to cancel all 9 major events last year, and we only have regular gameplay except for the small ops that we're planning. So that is the answer to that. It was kind of scary, business-wise and all of that. Feel like I almost didn't make it, but didn't have to let go of any employees, and we've been alive, and it's really good. Cameron, thank you, but Thanos is okay, so that's totally fine. And is a hot dog a sandwich? But is a sandwich a hot dog? Hey, give me that hot dog. Fang Entertainment, I'm going to answer your question with another question. Do people wear clothes, or do clothes wear people? Everyone answer now. Do people wear clothes, or do clothes wear people? No, hot dogs are not sandwiches. Hi, Swamp. What's the next? No one's answering. Yes, I guess is a very good answer. There we go. That's right. There's a delay on this thing. I've kind of covered this on the next big events. They're still to be announced, other than kind of our monthly, like 250 person limit semi-milsim events. So that's something that's going on. Have you ever tried paintballing? Yeah, on this very property. Back before I started the Airsoft field, I used to play paintball out here with my friends all the time. I started started a whole group. I got a CO2 tank. I met these people at a paintball store. They gave like 2 or 3 cases of free paint to me, and I'd give it to my buddies. I don't know why they gave me free paint. It was this guy, Rob, and he was just like, "What's up, man? You're cool." And he's like, "Here, take this paint." I was like, "Okay." I called myself Sniper 4. I had a Tipman 98 Pro line with the actual like hop up backspin barrel. And then I had an Impulse. I had this one Spider, and I had an autococker, and I had all this stuff. So yeah, I played paintball for a while. Then once I got out of that, a few years later is when my buddy finally showed me his airsoft gun, and I was like, yeah. Cameron, you're cool. Thank you for your encouraging comments. People wear clothes. You know what? Let's just be honest. People wear clothes. Excuse me. Unfortunate. I don't know, a lot of people asking, but would you consider doing a World War II styled airsoft event? I would. The weird thing about World War II styled airsoft events, so we used to do a Battle of the Bulge every year for like the first 4 years that I had opened the field. And only like 15 people would come actually wearing World War II kit. Everyone else was wearing regular stuff. So we obviously have a community in the reach to do a massive one. But really, we don't have the terrain. Obviously, we could pull off a fun game, but it should really be done at places like Hill 559 and like some of the other places that people do it. So I do have an interest in it. If I do, it'll probably be a small one, so it can be like really small, specific, and detailed. Tigre, the Tigre. I like it. You were asking me this on the regular chat and on the video. You're like, I'm still waiting for the MSW videos. So I do have a series to make from Saratov. Saratov? Yeah. That's actually all I have. I'm going to do that probably after my next couple series that I have coming, because I'm really going to try to start shifting things to where I'm putting like way more into the production value and everything like that. But I might end up just kind of smushing the Milsom West event into one long, just kind of fun experience. Plus, I had strep throat, equipment failure, my night vision. I was missing a $4 piece for it, so it didn't record properly. Crazy cool stuff happened. I missed a lot of it. I still have enough of a story to tell, so I will try to. Alex Steady, how can I contact you or your team? Also thinking about coming down Saturday to chat. Already did an order with UK Arms arriving Friday. Okay, that's awesome. I'm wondering if you're the Lynchburg person. I can't remember. Forgive me. So, Alex, go to my About section on YouTube, and then go for a business inquiry, and you can email me through that. But I'm not necessarily here every Saturday. So definitely message me there. But I really appreciate the chat as well. And I'm more than willing to tell you, anything I can do to help you or your place for sure. Because I was one of the Swedish dudes running with you. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man, sorry. The Tigre. Gotcha. So you were running with me. That's cool. Yeah, that was a experience. That was really cool. So yeah, I mean, there's more going on with that and stuff that I need to figure out, but I really want to make that video, and I think it will be fun. It's not going to be as rewarding as, say, the Grozny insurgency video, because it wasn't like that. I also pushed way too far. Like, if I had just chilled and wasn't sick and just filmed it normal, it would have been a really cool just experience to tell. It might still be. I'm going to do it eventually, but I'm not going to give you a date, so forgive me. Only sniper battles. I do want to do this. I want to have a day where people are allowed to run in like teams of 2. They have to have sniper rifles, and they're only allowed to carry a sidearm. By sidearm, I don't mean like a MP5 or SMG, like literally a pistol and they can have their primary weapon, which must be like a bolt action. Maybe we'll allow some DMRs. No, it should just be bolt actions. And I want to do a day where basically there's a handful of rotating objectives throughout the day, but where you don't just get to respawn quickly, where it's like a 30-minute respawn. You come back to the barn and respawn, and then you're reintroduced via admin out there, where it's just a bunch of snipers playing with each other, and there's a few things that people can achieve throughout the day. So it's this flowing thing. Everyone doesn't even need to go out there at the same time. But yeah, I do want to do a sniper only day thing. And if we do, I will film that for sure, because I think that'll be a lot of fun. How often am I seen on the field? Normally I am physically here most every weekend, normally, but often I will, and I have other people that are making sure everything's. And then in terms of gameplay lately, I mean, not 2 and 3 days ago, but I got to play the weekend before. That was a blast. I got to play the op. That was cool. So I'll play like a few times a month right now. And that's what I do. I am trying to, oh, my dude's saying that I'm lagging. I think you are great, blah, blah. All right, Hydra, cool. Everyone's saying I'm lagging. I'm starting to think that I should probably wrap up soon, especially if I'm having some kind of lagging issues. I've really enjoyed being able to talk with everyone, though. Video game gun, do you want to see an airsoft? I want to see a 20 millimeter bolt action or semi-automatic anti-material rifle in airsoft. That is what I want to see. 20 millimeter, like big old, I want a big rifle. That's awesome. Even if it had to shoot like tag rounds or something, that'd be okay. But I just want to see a really big rifle. All right. Everyone is saying I am. My woman, my wife is saying, yes, I met Dude Perfect. I didn't see that someone asked that. Dude Perfect came out too, looking for a spot to do an airsoft battle video. So I helped them make that happen, and that was really fun. And then they contacted me. We're looking for a spot for the second video, and I had been at this location. I was like, you guys should do this location. And then they hired me to go there and kind of help them with that video. And then I helped them do their third airsoft video at a place called Maggie Valley in North Carolina, on top of a mountain at this old abandoned Wild West theme park that is called Ghost Town in the Sky. And it was an amazing location. It was super cool. And the Dude Perfect guys are really awesome. Great. And they've talked about coming back here to do like a gun game video or a zombie video. And it would be my dream to like be like, hey, how about I get in a video with you guys and play a little airsoft? But I don't know if that will happen. I've been able to learn a good amount from them, so I'm thankful for that opportunity, and that they're really chill. So that's cool. Do your vendors always have beef jerky in surplus? If they don't, they're not my vendor. Period. Hands down. There we go. Me and my brother Anthony love watching you. Yes, I saw you write that, Cameron. You're awesome. Thank you. My favorite rev is probably Rev 10. The next Wild West, I don't have an answer on when these next big events will be, but trust me, you will know it the second I'm able to. Space sci-fi event, Lexar. All right, I've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. I can give it a little while longer for sure. Start using boats with LMGs. I have used, I own some Zodiac boats, and we've used them for one of the ops out here, Operation Blue Gray, that I helped plan for American Milsim. And we use that in like this like different location that guys had to ferry to. It was very cool. And I'm going to be doing I got myself a real boat, and I'm going to do a high-speed airsoft boat chase video where I'm trying to take out all these dudes on the Zodiacs that are dressed in like Russian DMC kind of kits. And I think that's going to be fun because I haven't seen anyone do that. So I really look forward to it. I did a video with Jet and Leah out at the pond at my field, which is, I mean, we're just zipping around in a circle where Jet and I are, well, I think it was just Jet at that point, but is trying to like blast different colored balloons. Some of them were terrorists, some of them were hostages, and that was fun on the boat. But I am going to do a big boat video. Space event. Who wants to hear about my space event that I'm probably more excited about than any other event other than our non-airsoft kind of overnight horror event where these monsters are trying to kill people and there's clues they have to solve and only like 5 people out of 100 can survive and get evac'd out of the area, and that's going to be fun. Some people are saying me, let's just do it. I'm just going to say it. Titan Prime. Titan Prime is an event that is based on Titan, which is the largest moon of Saturn, and it has an atmosphere, but the atmosphere is primarily filled with like methane and some other gas. You can't live in it. In my world, in my mind, we have mainly terraformed the moon to where it has an oxygen-based atmosphere. You still can't breathe it, but it's not going to like destroy your skin, and are able to increase the temperature. And this is also in like the near future where there's a colony on Mars and there's kind of a war between like the Earth and this big corporation and all this stuff's going on. And I won't give all of the stuff, which I really should give you, but basically the details are this facility, this terraforming facility on Titan called Titan Prime got basically sabotaged by a solar flare. Everyone there died. And one of the ships that was en route for training to then take over the facility, which was full of civilians, they're like, you guys need to come down here and you need to repair this facility immediately. Well, the bad guys who work for this corporation, like SpaceX equivalent or whatever, they're trying to come in and finish sabotaging it because they know that if like the Earth government can't use it as like a platform, that they might fail in their war on Mars. Anyway, and the whole story is you're going to have a smartphone for it. I'm developing an app that's an oxygen app. So you have to scan QR codes that are single-time use QR codes on oxygen tanks that are finite, and it gives you 10 minutes. Different ones are different, but it gives you 10 minutes of oxygen. If your app runs all the way out of oxygen, you have to go back to a 30-minute spawn at your team's like insertion ship point. So one team, and I want to buy jumpsuits for every single person, and they're going to have different. What am I saying? They're going to have different roles and stuff. So some people are engineers, some people are electricians and stuff like that. But basically, some of the buildings still have seals on them so that you can take off they're going to have a little mask. You can take it off and you don't need oxygen in your app and it can freeze there. The other ones, basically you're fighting enemy players while they're trying to blow stuff up. You're trying to repair stuff or vice versa, depending on what team you're on. But what you're really thinking about is running out of oxygen. So it's going to put you in a different place. You're going to feel like you're in a different environment. And it's just, it's going to be so cool. So I could go into it more, but that's Titan Prime. Titan Prime, we're going to put people in a different feeling, a different environment, different way to suspend reality. Paul Camille. Question, I'm starting a YouTube channel, OBX Airsoft, and I go to your field often. Can you fly drones for filming? Thanks, and I love your videos. Well, first off, Paul, thank you for coming out here. That's awesome. Sounds like you're in the Outer Banks. That's also awesome. In your field. And when you say, can you fly drones for filming? I can fly drones for filming. I don't know if you're asking if you can fly drones out here, which I would allow that, as long as it doesn't disrupt gameplay. But yes, I can fly drones out here. I have like 4 different drones, and that's why I film stuff. But if you're asking if you can, yes, you can, but you do need to ask. and it would be at your own risk to your own equipment. We're near a certain tower, but if you get too close to that, the drone's firmware will know to, back away from it and all that good stuff. So that's not a big deal. A second person saying, would I do a 1v1 against Silo Entertainment? Yes, I would, but yes, I would. Some of these YouTubers out there, when they do 1v1s, it's not organic. That's all I'm gonna say. I would love to do real organic games. That's all I'm gonna say. Someone else asked me something cool. I'm not trying to get in trouble or anything. How much is it to rent a gun on your field? It's $30 for a rental package for the full day. That is how much it is. Someone else is saying lag. And I want to make sure I'm not. And then maybe like edit it and put out like a bunch of snippets and stuff on it. Lag. That's frustrating. Where is your field? My field is in Chesapeake, Virginia. The field's website is right here. The answers are on it. Stand by. I'm phoning a friend. Hey, baby girl. Are you, everyone's saying it's lagging. And I've been on for quite some time, but I really am enjoying talking to everyone. But should I wrap it up? I am on with you right now, yeah. Battle Royale, I mean, that's kind of difficult to do in Airsoft, depending on what it is. I mean, are you not watching me right now? Oh my gosh. It's lagging like hardcore.
No, it's just delayed.
Oh, okay. Well, people are saying no. Let's break it out at even. Ooh, we're almost at an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna give everyone 3 more minutes. Thanos wants to go potty, but I don't want him going outside killed by a snake. All right, I love you. All right, I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes to answer some of. It says my connection's unstable. Wow. No way. Forgive me, guys. I don't know that number. Why would I be attached to my, it's like picking up on the tether from my phone. That's absolutely crazy. So here we go. All right, I'm not going yet. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I'll give it at like 5 more minutes at least. I really appreciate you guys. All right. I did it. I did it for you. I did it for you, brother. But that's it. That's all you got. Let's see. What's some questions that you guys want to be able to ask? Let me ask you a question real quick. Would you guys like me to do like a consistent once a month live stream, perhaps, where I can talk to you guys, but actually have more planned and everything like that? I don't know who keeps calling me. I'm going to take this real quick. Forgive me, and I'm going to watch. Do you want me to do a consistent live stream? No, they can leave a message if it's important. They're probably watching me right now, whoever it is. And I don't have your number. Forgive me. I got a new phone. Who dis? Married with like 200 kids. Oh my gosh. I made a meme about you. Is it okay to put it on Instagram? Yeah, people can do whatever they want. Oh Lord, who is this? Vote now. Hello? But I can't really say what they were saying because I can't say what they were saying. I'm the one coolest. This is unimportant. I just wanted to say I love you and give you a small amount of money. Power on. It's free real estate. It says my name, brother. Dude, thank you. You have no idea. That's so encouraging. Like, you guys don't need to do that, and I really appreciate it. Thanos, chill. Come here. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I wish I knew who called me because my number is like not out there and available. You guys want me to just put my number out there so that you can spam me forever? No, we're not going to do that. 3D print an airsoft gun and use it in a gameplay video. I have used multiple 3D printed guns that were Ryan's, where he 3D printed the majority of them. This is a poor example. And this video also got flagged for firearms manufacturing, which is why it only has like 50,000 views. But the one before it has like 700,000, the one after, whatever. But he took a full-size VSR-10, turned it into a bullpup rifle, because normally it would be back here. And he 3D printed all these parts, including this, which is how you literally chamber every round. So you chamber it. It's just like pulling the bolt back every time. And then it has this safety right there. And then the trigger is this little electronic button. It's super lightweight. He used aluminum for everything. And then he used whatever the, 3D printing material is. It's also an HPA gun. And it's super cool. Black Phoenix, thank you. Any airsoft places in South Dakota that I would recommend? I do not know. And the field owners that I know or fields that I've heard of and stuff, none of them are sticking out to me from South Dakota. So I would definitely, a lot of big like retailer sites and stuff, even like Evic and everything, have like a list of fields. I'd go and look at that. Also just literally just search it on Google and everything. But yeah, I really wish I could recommend that to you, but it's a bit of ways as I'm in Virginia. David, again, thank you so much. The horror game idea, 100 people crash on the field, maybe a couple hours before it gets dark. They're not allowed to bring anything but their clothes on them. It's like there was an airplane crash. We have a bunch of luggage that has like useful items and stuff, and people are not allowed to leave a certain perimeter on the field. It starts getting dark, and they realize these creatures are hunting them. Everyone's going to have glow stick necklaces around their neck, and if the creature pulls them off, that person is dead for the rest of the event, which for the record will end at like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning maybe. Only a handful of people will be able to survive, and they're getting hunted the whole time, and they're going to learn like different lights or different noises attract them or scare these creatures off, and they're going to be hunted one by one. Anytime someone dies, they have to return to our main like facility, and they can kind of observe through the certain technology from there. I just want to do it. No airsoft guns involved. Literally, it's like a highly organized, well-established game of hide and seek, but with consequences, because you might be out for 6 or 7 hours while everyone is still surviving out there, and I'm going to have an extreme reward for those who do survive. I think it would be so much fun. Not having to wear iPro and it being nighttime and like flashlights and everything. And it'll give me opportunities to just scare the crap out of everyone and basically create terrifying situations for people. Not just like, oh, this thing's trying to get me and I'm not going to give up that information. But when we do it, I'm going to try to film it to the best of our ability. But it's really probably going to be, you really won't be able to experience it unless you're like experiencing it. And that's what I'm excited about. I think it's going to be awesome. So, David, you should make it to the horror game when we do it. It's not an if, it is when. Good night, Cameron. Love you, bro. You're awesome. Jackson Peters, I would need to actually specifically look it up. The secular M4 DMR. I will look that up so that I know in the future and give you an opinion on it, but I don't specifically have one. Anything else? We've got a couple more minutes. Somebody asked me, Alex Steady, where is Nash? Nash is wherever he is living. I just saw him recently. I think he's doing very well. Send a message to awesome. Thank you. You did not need to pay for a super chat, Alex, but I appreciate that for that because I will be able to check that. So that works out. Good job. What airsoft gun? So, and again, thank you. My gosh, I'm not used to like people just like giving me money. That's happened in a few of the videos, and it's a great feeling. It really is. What airsoft gun would a newbie get? I said this before. Dates for events are not going to be put out until I know they can happen. And trust me, when I know they can, they will scream everywhere. Other than that, in the meantime, you can look at ballahackairsoft.com under events, and those things will pop up just a few weeks before each event, and they will fill quickly. But those aren't like the big events that you're probably talking about. Good airsoft gun, literally G&G combat machine. That's what I tell everyone. Rock and roll. Always get an M4, always get an AEG for starters. That way it's universal. Then you can go from there, figure out what you like, maybe a non-M4 platform or a better gun, and it always works. Stop asking it, Rev. I probably don't even see it because Rev will happen when we know that we have an answer. So keep that in mind. My wife is telling me answer the exosuit question. Why am I not seeing it? Sweetheart, just text me. Text me. Nathan Fishback, ever thought about making a shipment map? Yes, literally. Oh my gosh. Literally, I have, because when I got all of these shipping containers, the north of our field gets really wet and flooded. But shipping containers could survive there. Max Hunt, thank you. I really appreciate it. Jackson Grage, Discord is coming in the future. I'm not just going to let it just be what it is and be a cancerous thing to people, though, without some effort. So, Nathan, yes, I want to build an actual replica of shipment in the north. Now, some other places done this, like a paintball field that also does airsoft. I don't know where they are, but they literally created a shipment map, to my knowledge. But I still want to do it because the shipment map is just, it's a fun map, and it would be a good use of the space of what we currently have as what's called the North Fire Base. So yeah, shipment map, we do individual games there, but it's also a far destination. So it'd be like something of a little bit of complexity. Once you get there, it's rewarding to actually fight there. It could be used as a FOB for a team, forward operating base. It could be used as a respawn, but that'd be a waste because you don't want fighting around a respawn. So it'll be cool, and that's definitely what I want to do. Please answer this, I beg you. Are tacos hot dogs or are hot dogs tacos? Now, believe it or not, my wife and I were talking this morning about what if there was, what were we saying? What if there was a corn dog taco? Corn dog taco hot dog, something like that. I have no answer for you. What are my thoughts on Lancer Tactical? They're affordable. Some of them are good guns. Some of them are not so good guns. It's a hit or miss thing. It's like if you asked about Jag or Echo One, some of them are cheap. Some of them are good. Some of them are the only good gun of that specific replica that you can even buy. So it's really hit or miss. But in general, I mean, we sell Lancer stuff. We sell a lot of Lancer stuff. So I'm behind it. If I find something that's not working or gets returns on, or I don't believe in, we won't carry it anymore. What if I scare the hunter? You won't be able to, because it'll be terrifying. Trust me. Like, it will be more than just these hunters that are trying to get you. Well, the hunters are trying to get you, but there will be more involved that is making it terrifying for you. That's all I'm going to say. That I will do more Rev Apocalypse. I mean, that's the plan. We had to cancel Rev in December. We had to cancel Fertile Crescent 6. That would have been last June, I want to say. Last May, because the Wild 2, which I will do more of, would have been in April. So trust me, I'm doing them. And I have, I believe, 2 more episodes left in Fertile Crescent 4. And it's a fun journey. And it was fun for me kind of reliving it since it happened back in the day and like being like, that's right. Oh my gosh, this happened. So it's very cool. Any dream events and dream airsoft fields to visit? Dream events. I mean, I have dream events that I want to create for sure. I like the people at D14. I haven't been there yet. I do want to visit there. The Rock Airsoft. I really like the idea of like playing in a quarry, and it's like a sniper's heaven there. So that's pretty cool. Not really dream of playing anywhere on the West Coast, really. I mean, I would love to play at some like massive abandoned something, especially on an island. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might want to go to the big German one day or whatever. But right now, I'm just kind of creating stuff. So, and trying to like recover our field and create events for people to have fun with. Favorite Rev merchant? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, they've kind of all come in clutch. The Royal Blue guy has come in clutch during certain revs. Candyman for sure. Skittles, literally just like saving me. Well, he's not so much a merchant, but kind of. He runs kind of royal blue and with them and stuff. My field is in Chesapeake, Virginia. That's where it is. I'm going to post the link again. There you go. There we go. That's a hard question. I really loved Joey's character. Well, he wasn't a merchant then, but he's been a merchant in different ones. But at Rev 10 as the scientist, oh my gosh, he was hilarious doing the whole like Jeff Goldblum thing. I thought that was hilarious. Please answer, will you ever play Minecraft? Ironically, I don't play Minecraft. I've seen a couple like replica maps that people have built of my field that I was like, that's pretty rock solid. My kids play, I have kids, oh yeah, and they play Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft. Maybe I will. I've got a Twitch thing. I've got a PC. I've got everything I need to stream. I've never done any of that yet. I'm thinking about doing it for fun every now and then. And if so, I'll do some like crazy fun Minecraft stuff, probably, I'm sure. But thought about a 1920 Mafia thing. I get asked that so much that I'm like, there's no way I can't not create one. But also, it doesn't make that much sense in my field. If I can figure it out, even if we do like just kind of go for it, I think it would be fun. It wouldn't be hard for people to pull together clothing that works right. The weapons would be a little limited, but that's what would be fun about it. And it's just like a big role play get together where we would have the prohibition and then we'd have like police and we'd have gangsters and all this stuff. It would be fun. So yes, I have thought about doing that, but I didn't come up with that thought. It was all like just people and viewers and stuff that have just said it maybe 300 times now. So it's like, can't ignore that. Best airsoft sniper to get. I mean, they're just really good. Any of the SSG lines, they're really good. They're really good stock guns. Some people can disagree. Some people love building their own guns. That's super cool. But if you're going to get a stock gun and you want a really good sniper rifle, SSG 10, I would definitely get the 10 over a 24. And I would definitely just get the A1 because you're paying way more for just like a different body. I have both of them. Or I would get the SSG 96 if you want a 96. So the SSG 10 A1 or the SSG 96. That's like the best sniper rifle, in my opinion. Otherwise, if you want a cheap one, ASGM 40 Sportline, just so that you can know if you're into sniping, shoots great. And all of that. Riot shields are not allowed on the field in regular gameplay. Sometimes if we have enough people who have them, we'll do some fun games. All of our marshals have shields. And sometimes at the end of the day, if it was like a really hot day and a lot of people have left and there's only like 30 people left, 20 people left for the final games, we'll like bust out the shields and do some kind of fun stuff with it. Are you Canadian? No, I'm not. I'm Virginian. I'm from Virginia. I was born in Virginia Beach. Now I live in Chesapeake, which is right next to Virginia Beach. And I live in the middle of a swamp. Is airsoft a taco or a sandwich? Answer, airsoft is a waffle because everything is a waffle. Can we use 2 pistols at a time? Absolutely. You can also use 3 pistols at a time. If you can pull that off, I will applaud that greatly. For your giveaway in the last video, you should give away your whole airsoft field. Lol, won't you? Trust me, you would not want that. It is a lot to deal with and a lot to climb out of. Got to climb out of this swamp. If you get what I'm saying. Do you have to sign up to play Rev? Yes, you do. There have been Revs in the past where we allowed walk-ons, but it's honestly like the popularity has skyrocketed so much. We were going to have 1,000 people each day for this last one that we had to postpone. And I'm going to see if we can manage parking and other stuff for when we do Rev 11, if we can bump it up to 1,500 people per day. And I mean, gosh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I live in Virginia, and I wish you could do a snow Rev. Oh, trust me, I wish I could too. If it was snowing at Rev, that'd be amazing. It snowed at Rev 2 for a portion of the day, and it was epic. It was cool. But I can't really plan that because we're in Virginia. So that's very random. When is the next collab with Jet Desert Fox? We've talked. Gosh, we haven't talked for a few months. But normally, we talk every month or something, other month or whatever we did. I don't know, but whatever it is, I would be asking him to come here to my field for an event. But again, my main priority is to kind of keep this place afloat and get back to the point where I can do really creative events. And in the meantime, come up with creative things that I can, given my limitations that I have. Do I still have unicorn traumatic stress disorder? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I like playing Airsoft more or creating game scenarios for others to play in? I like creating games and scenarios for others to play in, and I've maybe only gotten to do like 10% of what I would like to create in that environment. Trust me, I enjoy playing Airsoft. I more enjoy playing in something where I'm like with people I know or meeting new people and creating like stories and memories personally. But creating them for others, that's the only reason why I have this, is I enjoy getting people outside, getting them off of video games, giving them a stress relief, getting them socializing with other people, and having a good time. But I enjoy creating stuff because it's cool to see, like, you imagine something and then seeing something work. You know, some of the things I've done have not worked like I thought it would. And then others were like, oh my gosh, this became even cool. And the cool thing about something like Rev is you just got to build that foundation for everything. And who knows what will happen, because every individual player changes the fate of the entire, thing. It's so cool. It's absolutely awesome. Please answer, what was the most hurtful gun you have been hit by? So I used to, I do reply, but I'm just replying through the thing. Max Hunt, you've been hitting up the stuff. You've been awesome. Most hurtful gun, I had this truck, was flipped over on its side. This is when we created a rule that you can't, the beginning of creating a rule where you can't shoot through something that you can't fit your head in. I'm up against this truck with like 6 other dudes, and like 80 people are attacking us. And this guy runs up to the truck, and the bed of the truck's rusted out. And this guy sticks in, it wasn't shooting that hot, but it was shooting about 420 FPS with heavy rounds. This AK-47 sticks it right up to my back. Like, he doesn't see me. He just knows I'm on the other side. Shoves it through the rusted material, sticks it up to my back, and proceeds to just full auto. And it was just like, that hurt. That definitely hurt. That, some HPA guns, and other guns. I like teriyaki beef jerky. That's probably my favorite. Charlie, I don't know where he is. He's not here. And then Max Hunt, I'm wondering why you're saying, why do I reply? I'm not texting right now. I'm just messaging. Oh, I gotta almost be done. Yeah, the 2 hour mark will be pretty good. Randomly just posting paintball. Hey, Swampsniper, do you remember me? I'm the What Happened to the Baby Yoda guy that you replied to. What happened to the Baby Yoda guy? Michael Lewis, I do vaguely remember you. Wife of... No, my wife does not play Airsoft. And she never has. And that's cool. Well, I think she did one time. But no. I've already answered you, Nathan. I do have unicorn traumatic stress disorder still. I'm from the UK, and I wish we had good sites here. You got to research. There are some pretty cool sites in the UK. I know most of it is more Milsim style, but like, there's some cool sites that I've seen. I haven't been there, but yeah, check it out. I really appreciate the chat. We're a pilot. Will you ever create a Discord server? Also, thank you for all the amazing content. Definitely my favorite Airsoft YouTubers. Thank you so much. That's super awesome. I have created a Discord. I created it 1 week ago, and I immediately stopped it. And only the like 90 people that joined in that first tiny bit are like kind of trapped in there. And I deleted all the links for anyone or any ability for people to be able to share it, because I'm like, you know what? I need to take a couple weeks and actually set up this server properly with some rules, that aren't overly, choking people or whatever. But also, I don't want to create a toxic environment for people, because my whole thing is just like positivity. Like, let's just have fun, be positive, and all that good stuff. And people can be toxic and cancerous online. So I will, and you will know when I have the Discord and it's set up properly so that, I don't have like a bunch of kids in there that are getting like bullied to death or anything, which is not what I'm trying to go for. I love your videos, blah, blah, blah. Jameson Martin, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, Evan, it is the math. If you don't have your own gun, it is $60 to play if you're doing a rental package and all of that. So yes, that is the truth. But again, 85, 90% of everyone who comes out there here does have their own guns. So it's $30 all day admission. But yeah, if you're renting, it's another $30. Check out your outdoor store to hike the AT, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Alex, that'd be super cool. I mean, we have a lot of great brands. We have tons of Arc'teryx and Fjallraven and Marmot and Cool, Cotopaxi and, Solomon's and, I mean, Hanwag and like all kinds of brands. And we're really we are pretty much built for a mountaineer. And then we're pushing more towards like coastal people locally. But that store definitely has been struggling since COVID. So we're trying to revive it and hold on to it. Custom exosuits allowed on the field. Yes. But they would be considered part of your gear and it would count as a hit if you're shot unless we were doing a special event or having a special rule for it. So just keep that in mind. We've had a bunch of events where not a bunch, but like 4 or 5 events where people were wearing like kind of cool exosuit things. But we didn't have special rules for them except for at the zombie event because some of them were like juggernaut zombies. Yeah, except for that. And then what are they called? The guys that built the actual like Rasputin suit and all that. I mean, that was awesome. And we had special rules for that. What made you want to make your company? I kind of covered that at the beginning. It basically saved our property out here. I love people. I love creating things. I love creating events. And I love filming stuff. So it was an opportunity and it was a creative way to use the land we had to not lose it. And it's just been an awesome community ever since. And now this kind of Swampsniper thing is just kind of happening to me because I'm doing it on the side. Favorite brand of beef jerky? I don't really have a favorite. If I get beef jerky, I just get what's available. Yeah, surprise me. Yeah, so StarMX, I hope that answers your question. Is water wet or is water dry? Please answer my question. I mean, that's a hard question because everything's made of energy and nothing actually touches. Water's wet. Water's wet. Let's be real, people. How was your day for the 12th time? My day's good. I'm super thankful. I'm glad that I did this thing. Again, when I've done my the few live streams I did, it just tanked my whole channel. And I was like, I just reached the point where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to make the other Fertile Crescent things. People are going to watch it. Probably less people now. And that's fine. But they're going to enjoy it. And I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm just getting started. And I'm really excited about that. Ever got upset at Ballahack over a cheater? Please answer. So that's fascinating. Yes, I have. I have gotten upset. I generally try to play what I preach, which is to give players the benefit of the doubt. If they don't feel it, shoot them again. But really, when I play Airsoft, I generally shoot a lot of people out here. I mean, I've had just like single games where it's like, I got over 100 kills. And that sounds, like, oh, but really, like I've gotten over 100 kills in like one, hour-long game. It was just insane. Situations where like 15, 20 at a time. And out of all these people I shoot, maybe like 1 in every 50 like didn't feel it or it was questionable or something like that. And then very rarely do I find someone who's like, I'm like, this person is cheating. And I'm at a long distance and they don't know, or, whatever kind of a thing. Sometimes they don't feel it. But this one guy, I snuck through the swamp and I'm in like 3 feet of swamp. I'm covered in just mud and all this stuff. And this group is like moving towards me. And I shoot one person, I shoot the other person, the third guy's left alive, and he's just like looking around. I shoot him and I hit him in the neck, and he's like, oh. And I was like, hey guys, just make sure you call your hits. Like, he had no idea where I was. And he's like, you didn't hit me, bro. And so he moves and he exposes himself more to me. And so I shoot him again, and then he gets down, and then I shoot him in the mask. And I was like, brother, listen. And he just sprinted away. And I didn't want to give up my position. And I would never call a player out because we don't basically allow other players to call other players out for cheating or any problems. You have to call for a marshal. And we're like way out in the swamp. And it was just like, you know what? I'll let it go. I will let it go. But I did have the footage from that. And that would have been my one that I would have been like really? Because he's like, you didn't hit me, bro. And then he moved and then clack, right in the mask. I'm not hit. And it was funny. The other ones, I mean, it's really never bad for me. Good night, Andrew. Those pet names, Titan and Thanos. Yo, I'm on a secret chat thing. Okay. Have I surpassed my time? Oh, I've got 1 minute left. I've got 60 seconds left for you guys, and I really, really appreciate you being on board. Andrew Edie, shout out. Sorry, I'm not typing right now. Overkill, please answer my question. Does your product ship to the Philippines? No, I'm currently not shipping anything to the Philippines. I apologize. Are you going to do another major event like Grozny Offensive, blah, 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 blah? Well, I mean, am I going to one? I still have Saratov to film, which is a major event like that. So yes, but I don't plan on traveling in the near future. I need to ramp up and do all the new creative events that we haven't been able to do because of COVID. Swampsniper, do the thing. Okay. You're talking about the chat or something, but once I'm done with this, I got to wrap stuff up. Do you get annoyed when you get shot just for being Swampsniper? Sure, Max, I could. But I created that game for players to play. So that would be the biggest jerk move for me to be like, guys, I own this field and I have a YouTube channel, so stop. This is stupid. It's like they had fun. Obviously, as a viewer, I can watch it and be like, oh my gosh, but I take it as a challenge so I can refine my urban survival skills and I don't know, learn how. Maybe it'll help me save my family one day. All of the training from Rev. I don't know. Next zombie event, again, any major event. You will know once the date's out. I don't have the dates for them. Do I have like 15 of them planned? Yes, but I don't have the dates for them. Forgive me. Thanks for answering my question. Got you. I got you. Good night, Rec Room. And before you go, make sure to remember our deal. I am going to do a thing. Traffic Cone wants me to remind you, Rhea, which she already did remind me. She was like, you got to do traffic cone thing on the gun and stuff. So don't you worry about that. What did you have for lunch? I don't know if I had lunch. I just had breakfast. And then for dinner, I had salmon and Caesar salad. Pretty good. You get hit because you're famous. I do. Well, people want to be on camera. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do I accept knife kills? Only if it's in a game that would allow it. And in our games, when they're so massive and stuff, we don't do melee unless it's in a controlled area. So no, if I'm playing in another field and they do knife kills, of course, but not on my field. Does paintball or airsoft hurt more? I would argue that paintball hurts more. Airsoft is going a lot faster. Paintball is a larger projectile, moving slower, but paintballs do break or can break on the skin, so it absorbs some of the impact, whereas a BB does not. It really depends on what velocity you're getting shot at by, but I would rather get shot at by airsoft than paintball because most of the time I just hear it hit the equipment or hear it hit my clothes. Sometimes you can get some good bloody bloods, but it is what it is. You can quote me on that. Good bloody bloods. I love your vids. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, ba. I will sign your mask if you come here, horse lover. Very cool. Very cool. What's your streaming schedule? I don't have a streaming schedule. I just did this as like a one-time thing for now, just kind of feel it out. But I do want to do a once a month thing. I'll put that in my community tab. Please answer, should I do it once a month? Would you guys join in? Maybe I could do some fun giveaways in it and actually do some like kind of, actual live stuff, have different cool music going, show you some stuff in the background and whatever, make it more engaging and interesting. So answer now if you guys want me to do at minimum a once a month live stream kind of deal. Do it. Spam, storm the town. That's great. Yes. I'm going to do it. Again, like I said, when I've done a live stream in the past, it like tanked the channel. But I'm caring less about that because I care about you guys. I care about all these yeses and the yees. And that symbol, that Russian symbol. All right. Yes, just not planned. Okay, cool. All right. I will take like 2 more questions, and then I will wish you all the most wonderful night or morning of your lives. SSG 10 over the SSG 24 for sure. Just yes, unless you're obsessed with an M24, but SSG 10. Could you do a live stream of gameplay? I mean, I could try it, but I'm worried about it being super laggy, which apparently I have just sitting in here with supposedly fine internet. Do I have snow where I am? No, we did over the past couple days. There's still some snow. Well, no, it rained all day yesterday, and it was too warm, so everything melted. There was snow. Will you ever host an overnight milsim? Yeah, essentially, yes. Yes, I will. Not in the very near future. Until next time, it was great to hear from you live. Nathan, thank you. And really, thanks for all your support. It was absolutely awesome. I really appreciate it. This was cool. This was fun. Have a good night, Devil Dog. Hoorah, Devil Dog. How would one go about becoming a Field Ballahack? You would have to contact us on the Facebook pages. That's how we do all that stuff. Nate Hill. I remember the name. I would have to know more. But here we go. Let me see. I should like say one final something. Thanos, you come up here, bro. Come here. Let's say goodbye to these wonderful people. This is Thanos. For those who didn't know, he got bit by a snake and he survived. Had to pay like $2.5 million to give him a blood transfusion, but he was worth every penny of it. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining in this. This was basically what I was hoping it would be, which is like, I'm able to answer some of the questions with you guys, hang out and see you people. Everyone just seems like wonderful people that are around any of like these videos, events, and all of that. And I want to say to any of you, because I get messages all the time, any of you who are like hurting right now, you're stressed out, you're full of anxiety, anything like that. I have struggled in the past with like panic attacks and depression and all this stuff. And I'm like, how? I like deal with thousands of people and I blah, 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 and all that. You are not alone with whatever you're going through. Like that really helped me. I'm not alone when I'm not doing well. Take over control of your mind and what's going on. There's the whole thing of things could always be worse, but really what you dwell on, you get more of. If you could dwell on something positive that's happening, something good that's going on, like an Airsoft game that's fun, it will bring more positive things to you. If you dwell on the bad stuff, you can drown in it. And you have the power to not dwell on the bad stuff, if you guys get what I'm saying. Sorry for giving this like mushy thing, but like I mean it. Dwell on good things, find stuff to be thankful for, and it will build more good things in your life. So, yes. Thank you all for watching. Can't wait to release my next, new masters. Thank you. What kind of dog is Thanos? Now, see, I just did this whole thing, and then you had to go and give a super chat, and now I have to answer you. Thanos is a half English, half French bulldog. So he's like an exact mix of the two of them. And our other new dog is a French bulldog, Titan, which maybe I'll have Titan in my next live stream. So anyway, yeah. Whatever you guys do, I'll do my normal ending. Thanks for watching Swampsniper. Blah 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 blah. Whatever you do in life, stay safe, enjoy it, be creative, never lose your childlike wonder. Subscribe to Swampsniper, and peace.